Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Martin, the Associate Director of Forecasting at Dodge Construction Network, and today I'm going to walk you through February's construction starts release. Now, as a reminder, here at Dodge, we track projects from their earliest planning stage, and that data is usually reflected in our Dodge Momentum Index, all the way through to when that project breaks ground. And once it breaks ground, we classify that as a construction start, and we include the full dollar value and square footage of that project in the month that it broke ground. So in the month of February, total construction starts were flat. We saw non-residential starts grow 2%, coming off of a pretty weak January. Meanwhile, residential starts fell 1%, and non-building starts were unchanged over the month. Now, even though the top line number was flat, that doesn't mean there weren't any pockets of growth. Most commercial segments did expand over the month, in particular offices, thanks to data centers being included in that sector, hotels, and parking garages. Now, we did see weakness in retail stores, warehouses, and manufacturing. On the institutional side, education starts expanded by 3%. We also saw growth in public buildings, recreational buildings, and transportation buildings. Health starts fell back by 46% in February, but that was after a $5 billion hospital started in January. So I would say for the most part, construction starts largely returned to trend on the healthcare side this month. On the residential side, as I stated, residential starts fell back about 1%. We did see single-family construction grow 1% and multifamily fall by another 6%. And non-building starts also faced some mixed trends this month. Highways and bridges increased by about 8%. Environmental public works also improved by 8%, but there's obviously some weakness there on the utility side and in that other non-building category as well. Now, while increased uncertainty over the trajectory of monetary and fiscal policies may be informing some of the flat kind of month-to-month trends here, I still see, again, growth happening in some of the construction sector. So in some ways, construction continued to move forward throughout the month of February. Steady growth in planning activity throughout 2024, especially throughout late 2024, should support stronger construction starts in mid to late 2025. But as we all know, owners and developers are factoring in increased risk right now in relation to elevated material costs, supply chain volatility, and further labor constraints. So we're certainly going to have to keep a pretty close eye on where construction starts move, especially in the next sort of few months. But regardless, I would say looking at February's data, things are mostly holding steady for now. All right, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all being here, and I will see you next month.